Register this morning. I have to register at 5 for sure. I don't know. So I guess we could just start with like how long you've worked here and a little bit about your own background.
Sure. I've worked here for 5 years now. Pretty good while. Not the longest. I think someone's been working here for like 7 years or longer than that, maybe 8 or 9.
Okay.
So it's been around for about 9 years.
9 years, okay.
I grew up in Eugene. I went to South Eugene, went to U of O, graduated, still working here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your primary job here?
I am the morning manager for 3 out of the 7 weeks.
Okay.
Mornings and random other managing shifts.
Do you do any of the baking?
Nope, never have.
No?
Maybe some point I will.
Okay. Is that like something you want to do? Or
No,
kinda...
I like talking to people more instead of being solitary by myself, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I got 2 slices of cranberry. And then
That's 5?
Yeah. No cake.
Oh, cranberry. Oh, that's juicy sticks. $10 altogether. That was cheese sticks, not cheese sticks. Yeah. For some reason, I was like, wait, thank you. $10 each check.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're in a management class, so the questions we're supposed to ask are like how like does leadership play a role here? Like
I'd say it's one of the most different places that I've ever seen like a managerial system being like operated.
Okay.
We have about like 9 people who we call managers.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say they're anything like any other managers at another place. Like the responsibilities are varied. There's always a manager on shift though, so that's a good thing. But basically, I think the manager just directs people, to tasks that they could be doing. But overall, they deal with any complications that arise with customers or people causing trouble.
so people are mostly self-directed, would you say?
Yeah.
But then
I'd
the
say
managers step in
a
when
lot
they
of
have to.
Sweet Life has always been like, you're on your own, you know what to do, and we're not going to like bully you or do anything like that. It's just kind of always been like that. There used to be 2 managers who were the main managers back in the day when I started working here. But even then, it was a little bit more like, it's always been, I remember when they gave me a speech when I started here that was like family. I think it's kind of still a little bit similar feel, like you can feel like you can talk to your bosses about things and like they're over there every day, so it's not like they're just some like looming.
So they're over in the other kitchen?
Yeah,
like
over across the street, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you
over
always feel like if you needed to talk to them or reach them.
Right, you can.
And so, like, do you know much about the hiring process? Like, do you guys look for a certain type of person to fit with the family, I guess?
They do always the hiring, the 2 sisters who started, so they always have feelings and they go with, just how they interact with the person. But I think basically nowadays we look for barista experience because we don't want to teach. 16 ounces. That's like kind of the hardest thing to teach someone.
Right. Okay.
Maybe a little food service experience, I feel like a lot of the time they hire people who kind of maybe are family or like they know sometimes too.
Okay.
I wasn't one of those people, and I think lately it's been less and less that. Is that cake for you?
How is it?
There you go. I'm going to need like milk or something.
That's just cake right, that's not pork.
So some regular, yeah.
Would you like to receive?
Did you talk to any of them last night?
No, I totally. But then I was like, they wanted to come. I'm just gonna say, if they get mad at us, we can also go there. I really don't care. And then I was looking at it, it says we need 2 in the year. So,
In the presentation?
say like 10 to 15 minutes. Keep it in the fridge before that.
Okay.
Enjoy your cake.
Thank you.
So how do you guys handle like unpleasant issues or customer like conflicts?
We have like an acronym called SAVE, and it's like Save Angry Customers, and each one stands for something. And I don't have it memorized, but it's kind of just like, kind of the customer is always right, but we're supposed to check up on things like, if they really did get something that was unsavory, usually they have to bring it in, and kind of have proof or something. But sometimes, with troublesome like characters and stuff, it's close to the Whitaker, and it happens a lot. We've had overdoses in the bathroom before.
Oh my gosh.
Random things, just like kind of street people and being a little too crazy. So we just have to deal with them. I feel like, I don't know why, but like I can deal with them, and they like understand when I'm talking to them because I use maybe some sort of, I don't know. I'm not aggressive, and I don't talk down to them.
Right.
Because I remember one time another manager was trying to get a guy to leave outside. He was just drinking alcohol, and he was trying to talk to him. And then for some reason, when I talked to him, he was like, "Sure, man, sure, I'll just leave." I don't know what I said differently, but I think it might just be that I'm not aggressively trying to get them to go.
Okay. Let's see. Do you guys have you noticed in the 5 years you worked here, adding any new technologies into the business, or is it kind of?
Oh yeah, I think we're constantly changing things. I don't know, the most that I've seen any place. We add new things all the time, like this new counter. These systems are fairly new. We've only had them for about a year-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, these POS systems. But I think a lot of companies are switching over to it now because it's easier to account for employees separately if they're making mistakes or whatnot. And we do have security cameras now, and we didn't have that. We can't think of anything else really. But
always upgrading.
We've had new cases since I've started, because when I started it was a huge switch over. They had pretty much just remodeled this whole place in about 6 months before I started working. So this was the front right here, and it had the cases full of cakes right here, and back there was the bakery.
Oh, okay. So it expanded.
Yeah, lots of expansion.
How is the company involved in the community? It's local.
Pretty much most things most nonprofits or any sort of event that asks for donations, they will donate cake. I don't know if they make any contributions money-wise, but I think usually it's donations of cake or services like that.
And would you say there's a strong commitment to be a local company, try to support other local businesses?
All of that, because everything that they've been involved with, it's I feel like New Pasta is a good example of another business in the Whitaker around here that does the same. They will support any local thing pretty much.
And then are your vegan and gluten-free options, do you think that's more of just people are being more conscious of diet, or it's just kind of being conscious of what the Eugene people want? How did that come into play?
I feel it's definitely a trend where people are becoming more intolerant with things, because I think for myself, even since I've been working here, I've become intolerant to dairy.
Wow.
So I don't know, gluten to some extent, but I think it's just in our diet too much now. Our modern diet, fast food and random things like that. I think a lot of people are, so it's nice that we do have it.
You're trying to give your customers options and stuff. Okay, and then I guess the last thing would be what are your busiest times of year, what holidays, which months, and how do you deal with when you know it's going to be a really busy day or something?
Well, Valentine's Day, for example, we just had, that's our busiest day / weekend, I think, of the year, besides perhaps Thanksgiving.
Did you get that?
We prepare, we fold extra boxes, they get extra people on shifts. We have at times, I think on Valentine's Day, maybe 8 or 9 people. I think maybe 9 people on shift. That's a lot of people to fit back here. And
Right.
it's like maybe just one person, during one specific thing, So we definitely prepare. We have the special ones lined up, but just this Monday, there's like other smaller ones that I think we need to remember each year. Like President's Day is always pretty busy, and we definitely only had 4 people on shift. It was quite hectic on Monday. We had one of the nice things is the owners are totally available to come over, and we had one of them working pretty much all Monday.
Great.
So.
Okay. Any other questions?
I did. Do you guys usually have like a high turnover? Is it really like when someone starts, like they like stay?
There's a lot of us who have been here for about 4 or 5 years now. It's kind of strange because when I first was here, I think it might go in waves, but there's so many employees that we do have a pretty high turnover rate at times. Like I feel like when school gets out, when school begins.
Okay.
So it's more just like people move or something.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like lately we've been having a high turnover rate, and I feel like a lot of people are leaving this year. And again,
But it's more like a school-based kind of thing.
yeah, and maybe in Portland, a lot of people are moving to Portland. I feel just my friends in general and people who I know who worked here. But
So it's more of like a moving, like away kind of thing, not just because people are like kind of happy here. Like
right,
employees are
exactly.
like generally.
I only had recently one girl who got hired who left because she felt like she dreaded coming into work.
Oh,
And she didn't really explain herself, and we were all really shocked by it. It was right before Valentine's Day, so it was kind of hard. But I don't know.
Okay.
It's not really the norm. Everyone goes like, "Why wouldn't she want this job?"
Yeah, it's the best job.
Yeah.
Do you guys get to eat everything you want when you're on shift, or like?
We get it one free thing per shift, and then there's donations that are little cakes and stuff in the back.
And then I was curious, like the relationship, like the employees that like work at the counter, like the relationship that you guys have, like with the actual like bakers.
Yeah, they
kind
come
of?
over a lot, and I mean, I know a lot of them and hang out with some of them sometimes, but I feel like it's not as like much as us here, like our core group
Yeah.
of people. Is Spanish food?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else? This one acting like it's favorite kid or something.
See if we could find like a lot online.
You had a raw
together.
spring cake and a spelt bar.
All right, the whole cake.
I also think of
Whole cake.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So you want to
Spelt
what?
bar or anything else?
Oh, they won't care.
The $36.95.
And does the royalty cost extra? Just went okay.
Not extra, free.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I think like the stuff that we budget is probably
Because I will be sharing this.
It sounds like they're very like laid back. Like they let you.
But now I'm going to go and cut the cats.
Yeah.
See if they know.